In this video, I'm going to start a new playlist about raw feeding mistakes, and this is part number 1, the bowl. Let's get started. Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Scott the Dog Dad from DogDadOfficial.com, and if this is your first time here, then please click that subscribe button below, as well as that little bell notification icon next to it so that you get notified about future videos. Now, if you've been looking into raw feeding for probably even more than 5 minutes, and you've made it onto Instagram or a Facebook group, you've probably seen some amazing looking bowls. And by bowls, I mean bowls of raw, fresh foods. This is an example from Perfectly Rawsome, and this is an example from my Instagram page at DogDadOfficial. And by the way, you can find Perfectly Rawsome at Perfectly Rawsome. And all this brings us to our very first mistake in this new playlist, and that is being intimidated by bowls that you see on social media. People get onto Instagram, they get onto Facebook groups and so on, and they get really overwhelmed. They see these really beautiful bowls of food, and it can be intimidating. Whatever you do, don't do that. Even people like myself, even people like Perfectly Rawsome that put up pictures like this of what looks to be really organized, well thought out bowls of food, it's not like that every day. We do that every now and then to take some good pictures for social media, to make it attractive, to spread the word, to bring people into the fresh food, raw food movement. It is just a picture to take that we do on purpose to be pretty, and it is not what it looks like every day, I promise you. More often than not, it is just a big pile of a mess of meat and bones and organs and supplements. Nothing more. On top of comparing yourself to somebody else, which we all know can be a bad idea and really lower your self-esteem, it can be a really bad idea to try and imitate what is in these bowls from the get-go. It can be a really bad thing for you to see these bowls like Ronnie from Perfectly Rawsome puts up and say, I'm going to go and do that right now. It can be a bad thing. The reason it can be a bad thing is because you're looking at a bowl for somebody else's dog. You don't know what method of feeding that they are using. You don't know what way they are using to balance their foods. You don't even know why certain things are being supplemented, why they're being supplemented in the amounts that they are. And that meal, that bowl of food was meant for that person's dog, not yours. Appreciate these bowls of awesome looking food. Be inspired by these bowls of awesome looking raw fresh foods, and maybe even do a couple of your own. Open an Instagram account and start snapping some pictures after you jumble it all around and make it look really pretty. But whatever you do, don't be intimidated or try to imitate these bowls of raw fresh food that you see on social media. They weren't intended for your dog, and they were made that way on purpose to be pretty. It is not something that happens every day. So don't compare yourself, don't try to imitate it, and don't be intimidated. To learn more about or even get started with raw feeding, check out my free 7 simple steps to raw feeding and other raw feeding resources like my raw feeding course in the description box below. But most importantly, remember that you don't have to be perfect to be an amazing dog owner. You just have to do your best every day and try to improve as you go forward. Peace.